Every popular interior design style explained. 1. Minimalist. Minimalism is all about stripped-back living and the famous philosophy that less is more. You won't find any clutter or unnecessary knickknacks here because every single item in the room needs to serve a purpose. The color palette is almost always neutral, focusing heavily on whites, grays, and blacks to keep the mind calm. You'll see a lot of clean, straight lines and smooth surfaces like polished stone or matte metal. The furniture is usually low profile and functional, avoiding any loud patterns or extra decorations. It's the perfect style for someone who wants their home to be a quiet escape from a busy, noisy world. Living in a minimalist space means choosing quality over quantity and appreciating the beauty of an empty corner. 2. Scandinavian. Scandinavian design comes from the cold climates of Northern Europe, where people prioritize making their homes feel warm and bright. It shares the clean lines of minimalism, but adds a lot more texture and coziness to the mix. You'll see plenty of light-toned woods like ash or pine, paired with soft textiles like wool and sheepskin rugs. The color scheme is usually white or soft gray, but it's often warmed up with pops of muted blue or dusty pink. A big part of this style is the concept of hygge, which is all about creating a sense of comfort and contentment. You'll often see large windows to let in natural light and simple, functional furniture that still feels very inviting. It's a practical yet soulful style that makes even the smallest apartment feel like a bright, cozy sanctuary. 3. Industrial. Industrial design takes its inspiration from old factories, warehouses, and urban lofts. This style isn't afraid to show the bones of a building, so expect to see exposed brick walls, metal pipes, and concrete floors. The materials are raw and rugged, often featuring reclaimed wood with all its natural knots and imperfections. The furniture usually has a heavy feeling, often mixing dark metal frames with thick leather upholstery. You won't see many bright colors here. Instead, the palette stays within dark browns, blacks, and grays. It's a very masculine and edgy look that celebrates the beauty of unfinished surfaces. If you like a space that feels cool, open, and a little bit tough, the industrial style is definitely the way to go. 4. Mid-century modern. Mid-century modern is a classic style from the 1950s and 60s that honestly never seems to go out of fashion. It's all about simple forms and organic shapes, famously featuring furniture with those iconic tapered or skinny legs. You'll see a lot of warm woods like teak and walnut, paired with bold, saturated colors like mustard yellow or olive green. This style was designed to be mass-produced and functional, so the pieces are usually very practical and easy to move around. It bridges the gap between traditional and modern, feeling nostalgic yet completely relevant for today's homes. Large windows and sliding glass doors are also a staple, as this era was obsessed with connecting the indoors to the outside. It's the perfect look for someone who loves a vintage vibe but wants their home to stay sleek and uncluttered. 5. Bohemian. The Bohemian style is for the rule breakers and the world travelers who love a home that feels lived in and creative. There are no strict rules here, but the core idea is to layer different textures, patterns, and global finds. You'll see plenty of rattan furniture, macrame wall hangings, and mismatched vintage rugs piled up on top of each other. Plants are a huge part of the boho look. The more greenery, the better the vibe. The color palette can be earthy and warm, or it can be a total explosion of bright, jewel-toned colors. It's a very relaxed aesthetic that prioritizes comfort and personal storytelling over perfect symmetry. If you want a home that feels like a cozy, artistic retreat full of memories, boho is your best bet. 6. Modern farmhouse. Modern farmhouse is the updated version of a classic country home, made famous by its blend of rustic charm and clean lines. It takes the warmth of a traditional farm and mixes it with a contemporary neutral color palette, usually lots of white with black accents. You'll see iconic elements like barn doors, apron front sinks, and reclaimed wood beams on the ceiling. The furniture is usually large and comfortable, designed for big families and casual gatherings. It's not as cluttered as an old-school farmhouse. It feels much more organized and airy. You'll often find matte black hardware and wire baskets for storage to give it that modern edge. It's the ultimate style for anyone who wants a home that feels incredibly welcoming, sturdy, and timeless. 7. Art Deco. Art Deco is the style of the Roaring '20s, and it's all about luxury, glamour, and making a big statement. This is a very high-energy look that uses bold geometric patterns, zigzag shapes, and lots of high-shine materials. Expect to see plenty of gold accents, mirrored surfaces, and rich fabrics like velvet or silk. The furniture is often large and curved, giving the room a sense of drama and elegance. The colors are typically quite dark and moody, like emerald green, navy blue, or deep black, contrasted with metallic finishes. It's definitely not a subtle style. It's designed to feel like a high-end hotel or a classic Hollywood movie set. If you love a bit of sparkle and want your home to feel expensive and bold, Art Deco is the way to go. 8. Japandi. Japandi is a relatively new trend, but it has quickly become a favorite for those who love a calm, peaceful home. It's a hybrid style that combines the functional hygge of Scandinavia with the rustic minimalist aesthetic of Japan. The result is a space that feels incredibly clean, but also very warm and grounded in nature. You'll see low-profile furniture, natural materials like bamboo and paper, and a very muted, earthy color palette. It's less cold than pure minimalism because it embraces the beauty of natural imperfections and soft textures. There is a heavy focus on craftsmanship and high-quality items that are built to last a lifetime. For anyone looking for a home that feels like a quiet sanctuary or a private spa, Japandi is the perfect choice. 9. Traditional. Traditional design is inspired by 18th and 19th century European homes and is perfect for people who love history and elegance. Everything in a traditional room is about symmetry and order, with furniture usually arranged in formal pairs. You'll see dark wood finishes, rich color palettes, and a lot of decorative details like crown molding and tufted upholstery. The fabrics are often heavy and luxurious, featuring classic patterns like damask, florals, or stripes. It's a very predictable and comfortable style because it follows long-standing design rules that never really change. You'll often find a central fireplace, a formal dining table, and plenty of framed artwork on the walls. It's a sophisticated look that feels solid, expensive, and deeply rooted in the past. 10. Coastal or Hamptons. Coastal design is all about capturing the feeling of a bright, breezy day at the beach. You don't need to live near the water to pull this off. You just need to focus on a light, airy, and sun-drenched aesthetic. The color palette is very consistent. Lots of crisp white mixed with various shades of ocean blue and sandy beige. You'll see natural materials like seagrass, jute, and light linen fabrics that feel cool to the touch. It's a style that prioritizes relaxation and effortless living, making every day feel a bit like a summer holiday. If you want a home that feels open, clean, and incredibly refreshing, the coastal look is a great choice. So, which of these styles feels most like home to you? Whether you're a fan of the raw industrial look or the peaceful vibes of Japandi, knowing these names makes it much easier to start decorating.